know what's really funny? Cordi's got like an Ed Sheeran dipped brother. Like, dude, he's like real redhead.
He is. He's got that deep red.
redhead.
He's not even like strawberry blonde. No, he's a fucking redhead.
Dude, he popped it on camera one day and I was like, I was not expecting you! Like, I'm gonna need you to turn the contrast on that hair down, my dude.
There's some inconsistent genes, motherfucker.
I was like, whoa, because redheads are wild. They just randomly come from like, I'm sorry, just white people. Then all of a sudden there's a redhead kid and you're like, the fuck is this? Why are you
No
red?
man's kid.
Like, welcome to the Streamless Podcast. Today I am joined by Cordelia Chase.
Creativity is a fickle mistress.
Lazy Warriors, Simon.
I'm so comfy. You don't even know.
All right. I'm Rhenvi, and diarrhea is hereditary. It runs in your genes.
Oh, no.
You're welcome. I sat on that for a good second, and I was like, please don't fuck it up. And special guest we have today is Miss Aimee Akari, who is filling in for us and hanging out and covering our Joshie, who is off being the most amazing stunt double to Ryan Gosling right now. So, film should finish wrapping by next episode, but until then, we are blessed with Aimee Akari. Hello, Aimee.
Hi. I'm having spider babies.
Oh, I know that feeling.
Oh, that's uncomfortable.
You woke up today and decided to be an arachnid.
Oh my god, could you imagine if you just woke up? Weren't we talking, like, sort of on a side note? Wasn't it D&D? Something over a long rest or a short rest. You could wake up with a different power or something like that each time.
Yes.
Could you imagine
yeah.
waking up as a spider and being like, babies! The next day you're like, oh yeah, I did that yesterday. Dope.
And there's my trillion babies.
Glad that day's over.
That would be so wild. I'd be like, wait a minute. What happened? Yes. If you got drunk and you had a moment of like picking what your ability was, oh my god. That would be a real awkward hangover.
You wake up the day after, it's like, yeah, yesterday was definitely a Tuesday.
Oh,
Just
that's
a
awesome.
regular, normal Tuesday.
Obviously.
Oh, that's wild.
So,
So-
Aimee,
Yes.
tell us a little bit about yourself.
Please.
I am just, your average girl. Your average, completely normal, totally not insane, variety Twitch streamer who has an issue with fitting too many things in their schedule. Because if I'm not streaming, probably crafting, cosplay, or doing voice acting.
Ooh.
That sounds awesome.
It's just very
So-
busy.
Yes.
Listen, you're very creative, which is beyond me. The number of cosplay stuff you've done has been crazy. Sorry, go ahead, Cordi.
Oh, I was just going to say, what kind of things have you done voice acting for?
Oh, a lot of, off-brand Sailor Moon type stuff.
Okay.
Where I get to be both a Sailor Scout and also the Evil Queen.
Ooh.
It's nice.
I kind of like that idea.
It's a fun time.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, and so I know that also, speaking of that, you've made a lot of cosplay items too. Aimee is highly talented at making her own stuff. Sewing, I do quilts and I thought that was impressive, and then you showed me your cosplay and I was like, just kidding. It's just they're just
But your
pieces.
quilts are so pretty.
They're just little pieces of fabric. They're not like a whole suit. Like, I'm like, never mind. This is good. I might contact you later when I keep toying with in my mind, in the back of my head, of eventually possibly joining the 501st, but they have very strict guidelines on joining. So I know it's kind of been a aspiration for a long time. You know what? I'm going to let Cordi go ahead and say what 501st is to Simon, because the level of excitement that she has and level of confusion Simon has on his face are equally amazing. So please go ahead. Tell Simon, because he looks so lost.
Hi, Simon. The 501st is basically a Star Wars, I guess, cosplay group of mostly stormtroopers and so on and so forth, but you can be a part of it without being a stormtrooper. There's other types of characters you can cosplay, but they do a lot of charity events and things like that. They go to Comic-Con, they have booths there, they do like parade things throughout there. It's just really like I'm doing a very poor job of describing this, but I wasn't prepared.
Yeah. There's local guilds, everyone has their own local garrison or everything else and stuff, but yeah, there's a lot of it's mostly for charity. So
yeah,
it falls in line with what I do with other charity stuff. So
and it'll fall in line with your terrible FPS.
I know.
Stormtrooper.
I cannot wait to put on my application one of my emotes on Twitch is. And like maybe don't, because that would probably be offensive. But the point is,
what makes you think it'll be a good fit? I can't aim.
I cannot aim. Not at all. No, but I figured out exactly who I would be, and it would be a TIE pilot. So I'm like, I like the black trooper, the like resistance symbols on the head, and I was like, yep.
And I know that they've actually used some garrisons of the 501st in some of the newer Star Wars movies too.
Yes. Yep.
So like, there's always that potential as well. I mean, they may not be able to see your face because you're under the costume, but you were there. You were a part of it. Exactly.
Yeah. Imagine being called up like, hey, we're going to need you as like a background person or a double in the new film. Like,
you tell me where to be.
I'll be right there.
I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But you're on the other side of the country. I know what I said.
Right, exactly. So, yeah, that or if I ever get ambitious enough to do anything else besides the cosplay stream that I'm doing, that I'll get in contact and be like, hey, what's your best practices? But yeah, so we have some topics that we pick out, as most people know. We talk each week, but we have special guests this week, so we include them in the thought process and wrap around our theme. So I think I kind of want to toss this theme of things that are meh or things that kind of suck around based on some topics we've received. So I'm gonna throw it to you for a second. It might actually open up as to why you have this thought, but what's your hot take on hard seltzers there, Amy? Little interested specifically. What's your hot take on them?
I mean, other than the fact that they have no flavor, they're so, for the rate that they're selling versus the taste that you get out of the can, it's not equal.
Now, there's some background you could probably provide to this as to why I'm asking you about hard seltzers.
Yes, without going into too much detail.
Yeah.
I work in a brewery where we produce a great deal of hard seltzers over many different brands.
Simon's excitement on brewery and then seltzers drop dramatically. Okay.
We seasonally do beer. So, like, next year we have a big beer brand that's coming in. And so we'll get back into that. But we have a really efficient production line when it comes to the kind of cans that the seltzers go in.
Okay.
So I literally drink seltzer from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day I go to work.
Oh, no.
Which is great, because Rhenvi brags about how much she loves it, and I'm like,
So much so it was funny enough, I think I still think the seltzer connection is hilarious. So I was drinking a seltzer on stream one day, and Amy gets in chat, and she goes, hey, what you drinking? And I was like, it's a seltzer. I was like, let me tell you about it, because maybe you don't know, maybe you want to get some. My naive dumbass. She goes, yeah, where is it made? And I was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, yeah, I quality tested that. I was like, wow! That is not where I saw this going. That's probably the best thing ever. I was like, oh yeah, let me show a friend the thing. You can get this here, here, and here. How cool is that? She's looking at me like, I already know, woman. I already know.
It's great to know how much that comes from our personal facility
Yeah.
buy.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm like, hey, listen, it's just on the shelf. So I was like, that's all right. I'll take you. I'll take that.
Hey, it's got good quality assurance.
Yeah,
I
this is true.
I somehow feel better, but also slightly weird. You know what I mean? Like, all right, you're looking out. And then I'm like, have I pissed off Amy this week? God, I don't know. Like, right? Because like that could be my undoing. I'll just have one bad seltzer, and it'll be like, ha 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 ha. Little ghost of like, or soul of Amy comes out, and it's like, you've done it now, and I'm dead, right? And it's like, well, that QA went over well.
Cyanide seltzer.
Oh no.
Right? My luck could have a bunch of little spider babies like, hey, we're free now.
I mean, yeah,
What's
with your
up?
fear of spiders, that is definitely how I would get you.
Oh, it's so
Unleashed and high on seltzer.
It's so no fucking spiders.
The thing,
No.
the thing for me about seltzers, at least hard seltzers, for a while there, I was like, well, I mean, they taste kind of like shit, really, but they've got like almost zero carbs in them, so
Yeah.
like I can have a decent amount without having to worry about my sugar. But then I found out that a lot of just straight liquors don't have carbs either, and
Yep.
I'm like, fuck it, yeet. Give me that bourbon, give me that whiskey, give me the rum, give me the vodka, let's go. Because I don't mix my shit. So,
Funny thing is that we produce like variety packs of them,
mhm.
which have on the side of the box like what you should mix this with. But if you were going for no carbs, like why did you waste? They're not cheap.
No.
So why did you waste this much money to still have to mix it with something if you wanted to get drunk?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, this is rude.
So
yeah.
I don't think I've ever had a seltzer in my life. So my question is it not just like sparkling water with a dash of alcohol?
Yes.
Pretty much.
Why?
Back in the day, I don't even think it would be considered alcohol. I believe in like across the sea countries, they could have served it to children before they like put limits out there, because I think anything less than 6% was considered like a soda almost.
But
Oh,
like,
I
need
grew up
to
in the
know,
wrong-
because like
I grew up
I'm
in
of
the
the
wrong area.
mindset that you never want watered down alcohol, but now
Okay.
you do it on purpose.
So I think because you enjoy soda so much, you'd probably enjoy these because they have that strong flavor that soda has. Sometimes it's obnoxiously strong.
See, but I always felt like the hard seltzers they didn't have a strong flavor. I mean, you get a lot of
No.
carbonation,
But not
But
a lot
you
of
don't-
actual flavor.
right?
Now the ones I drink, like the press, which are like the more bougie ones, those have less like flavor, like artificial flavor. But like Trulies, White Claws, those have a lot of bullshit junk flavor in them. And I would think that would be something that you'd be like, you would like it for the flavor, not for the alcohol content, Simon, is what I'm thinking. Like
Well,
you
if that
would,
was the case,
you would like
there
the
are very
Kool-Aid.
specific brands I would buy in your position.
Oh, listen, flavorful stuff, I'm pretty sure you would.
Because
you would
Truly
drink it.
has made now a lemonade version.
Oh my god. Oh.
That's not bad. It's got some flavor to it.
And this, like, is La Croix a seltzer, or is that just sparkling
No,
water?
sparkling
No.
water.
Because I feel like I know that there's like some people in the States that make a meme out of like the Croix being overpriced and like really shit flavored.
It is.
Your memory brother loves the fuck out of LaCroix. Oh my god. He's always got another flavor. And he'll get a few of them for me and then he'll forget he got it for me and drink mine. I'm like,
Wow.
rude.
Rude.
Yes, I think, but here's the thing. LaCroix's been around forever. I have literally had LaCroix since I'm sure I came out of the womb. Like, my parents used to get it back in the day. Like, LaCroix's been around forever. So long. So it's so funny that it's popular now. When it's been this, like, long-running, questionable, sparkling water brand.
I remember.
Yeah.
Sorry. I remember doing bottle drives as a kid for my soccer team,
Yeah.
and you couldn't return
LaCroix.
LaCroix. So, but people would still include it in the bottles they gave us. So
Yeah.
we would be at the return stations at the grocery store, and it's like, put, Pepsi, Coke, Mountain Dew, LaCroix. Wait, nope, whoop. All right, Pepsi. Look, what? No, there's like 50 of them in here.
Yeah. Because you would think they all came in the same type of bottle or packaging. It should all be returnable, but it's because they didn't charge you the deposit on the front end. Who cares?
It's from an outdated, at least in Michigan, it's from an outdated law back in the 50s, I think. There actually is legislature out there right now to change that so that everything that's comes in a plastic bottle or a soda-like can and stuff like that can be returned.
Good.
No more of this beer can get returned, but hard cider can't.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it varies from state to state, but in Michigan it does.
Or one of the things I found that's actually most annoying is, like, when I do get together with friends, do that, like, I do this, like, monthly murder mystery thing. So, like, when I get together with them, we'll have beer from, like, all these different microbreweries, too. Mm-hmm. And trying to return a microbrewery can is, like, a laughing stock. Like, you want to return this? No. Like, there's no way to return it because there's no barcode. There's no nothing. It's just, like, it's a can, but it's not, like, I guess, a scannable can. So then you're kind of screwed.
I guess we need to clarify that in Michigan, in order to get money back for your returnables, it has to be a certain type of thing with a barcode and stuff. You can still return these things through regular recycling channels, just you won't get any money from them.
Yes. We incentivize returning bottles here for specific asterisk bottles for money. But now, honestly, now that we have this ginormous, like, our city gave us this humongous, taller than me almost, recycle bin, I don't return anything anymore. I recycle everything. I'm like, it's not worth it. I'm not standing in line.
Especially if you're going to get up there and half your stuff won't count.
Exactly. Yeah. No. Simon, you look so focused. What's happening here?
I'm listening, but I'm also looking at alcohol.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You're like,
I started doing research.
Yeah.
Dude, I started doing research, and you can get fuck all of seltzers in Denmark.
Oh.
I can get ready mixed pina colada, though.
There you go.
But you can't have anything that I touch.
No.
And everyone knows that the I Me touch makes things better.
It makes it
Listen,
perfect.
There've been some top dollar seltzers I've gotten from that facility.
Chef's kiss.
Mwah. That's been great. But yeah, I can't imagine, like, having to deal with that all day. But speaking of stuff that kind of, like, suck or is rough, I am curious about what you guys think that, like, what are some little things, almost innocuous things that just suck? Like, for me, I can tell you my entire life, and it happened this morning, that's probably why it's so fresh in my mind, is swallowing pills. I don't know why, but the minute I have the pill in my mouth, it's like I have an anxiety attack, and it's like, what if you choke? And I'm like, we're already in this situation. You've got to make a decision. One of them is, it's going to be Splatoon all over my computer. The other one is, it can just go down like a normal human being. But no, my brain's like, let's be an idiot sandwich and try to really take the hard way around this. So then I'll half swallow, half choke. And I'm like,
no.
Why? We're already in this, baby. We gotta do something. Like, just keep going down. It's been my entire life. And people have told me, like, hey, take the pill first, then take a sip. And I've tried that, same thing. And so I take the sip first, add the pill. Same thing. Although that one, it usually kind of floats a little more than it does with the other way around. Still doesn't matter. It's like I swallow. It's almost like a toilet that flushes almost everything. And it's like, just kidding. And you're like, no, please go down. And my body's like, you thought. I'm like, that's, God, say one of the things that are just like so small and annoying that just absolutely drive me nuts. Go ahead, Cordi.
Am I the only psychopath here who takes all their pills in one go?
Yeah. No, I am. Sorry.
Oh,
no.
Okay. I thought you were taking
like
one pill at a time type thing.
No,
And-
I'll shot glass it back. And it's got my vitamins and my pills because that's saying a lot about me. But I'll just kind of, right? Because, like, in my mind, shots are good. And this is not. It's a lie once it gets into my mouth. But yes, I will take all of them.
I take them all one by one, and I have that struggle for every single one.
Oh.
And it's been forever, so I'm really relieved to know it's not just me.
No. Yeah, see, that's why I tried to lessen the level of anxiety, because the many individual pills, no, listen, I would just be on the floor afterwards. Like, whatever plans I had for today, it's over. I'm sorry. It's over. I've already worked myself out this way. I can just do one massive choke and either die or still work out okay.
Please don't die.
But then it's a really quick process, right? It's not a, how many different individual pills process. But I used to have to. And depending on how big the pill is, sometimes I have to, like, really just do that one by itself and then the rest of them.
And I mean, that makes sense. Like, if you've got a ginormous fucking pill, like the, when you have, like, the Dayquil pills or something, those big fucking things, and they're like, take two. I still take two at a time, but I can't take anything else with those two fuckers.
Yeah, I've got a multivitamin that's, like, literally the size of, like, a kidney bean, and I'm like, hello? Why? Like, okay, we're in 2021. I have an iPhone, like, 11. We can't make a smaller, okay. And so then I'm just like, it's fine, just, but yeah, definitely by itself.
I was about to take all the pills at the same time once. I don't take pills anymore.
Yeah, that's a good idea for you.
Painkillers do give me that bad feeling, though, today.
Oh, jeez. No, sir.
No.
Moving right along.
I am allowed. I'm still alive. It's fine.
There you go. No. Morbid, sir.
And we're glad you're still here.
Cheers. Opens a new bottle of ridiculously a liter-sized bottle of soda. There you go.
2 liters.
Is that a 2 liter?
Yep.
Their 2 liters look different.
Yeah. Oh, now I'm even more concerned. Put the 2 liters of soda down.
They're taller and skinnier than ours.
Oh my god. Thank you, sir. For those who don't know here at home, Simon has a wild collection of pop bottles. You're welcome.
It's actually not that big anymore.
Sir,
when did you last clean your room?
Pop bottles. So I'm like, big or not big, that's a you thing, sir. Oh, what's a trash bag?
Today.
Oh my god. So other things that kind of got me a little messed up or angry, and again, more of a not really a problem until you make it a problem. Fucking Comcast. I don't know who your guys' internet provider is, but mine happens to be Comcast. And ever since this pandemic started, they have been nothing but absolute asshats, in my opinion. We've obviously had to move to work from home, as did most of the fucking country. Mm-hmm. And Comcast has the audacity to send me alerts every month now. Warning, you're at 75% of your plan. Bitch, the outside is disgusting and I can't go there. So, what would you like me to do? Would you like me to go to that office, get sick, sue you for turning down my internet because I'm at a certain percentage? What do you want? And I can tell you right now, I'm not the only motherfucker at 75%. Like, what? Like, I'm sorry. I mean, I'll think about it. We have no children, right? And we have no children who are working from home on Zoom school. But could you imagine if we had a couple of those and working from home full time? Mm-hmm. How much overcharge we would have for internet? What? And I'm like, sir, go ahead.
If you had children also, the school would comp you internet.
Not always. Not always. Depending on where you're at, not always.
Okay,
I can tell you a city away from us wouldn't happen. No. Here, maybe. Probably not. Because of where I live, I'm in a county that's wealthier. So they probably wouldn't. They would assume that you would just cover it. So
I'm so confused by the limited data.
So thing. You may not have that. In the U.S., usually most Americans have some sort of cap. I think for my Comcast, it's a terabyte a month data cap. It's roughly somewhere in there. And if you go over it, the first time if you go over it, they give you a courtesy forgiveness. The second time, you get one more courtesy forgiveness. The third time, it's $50. Period. Oh. And then they keep charging you on top. It stacks. after a certain amount, after a certain amount, after a certain amount. So you end up getting like, you could get absolutely fucked.
Damn.
Yeah. So I'm just sitting here like, okay, people.
We just pay for unlimited out the gate in our house.
Through Comcast?
No,
Yeah.
through Spectrum. But
Oh,
I have
okay.
Xfinity and we have no issues with that. They do,
Yeah.
however, send him, it doesn't go to my phone, but it goes to my husband's, where it's like, your house internet, this is what you, where you're at. And he's like, well, I know it's not me. And I'm like, what do you expect? I'm a streamer and maybe I watch a lot of YouTube and a lot of movies and it doesn't matter. Shut up, we paid the bill.
right.
That's my whole thought. It's like, so me, I'm home 24/7. So is my husband. There is nothing else besides internet. So
Yep.
what do you want, my dude? Like, I can listen to my TikToks on my data plan, but guess what? I'm still using internet of some form. Like, I hate to tell you that, but like, this is all day, every day. And during the middle of this pandemic, we were like, let's start a podcast. So guess what? That adds a Sunday usage too. It's just like, why random things? Why do you have to be so annoying? So TLDR, get bet Comcast. You can go fuck yourself.
So does Comcast not offer an unlimited plan?
It's a god-awfully expensive. Yeah,
Okay.
they do.
Yeah,
I
we
have
don't
to,
have cable. We pay like $100 a month just for internet
Same.
to basically be unlimited.
If
Yeah.
I want it to be unlimited, though, no, mine's not unlimited like that. We have with the 10 free or cheap channels that it comes with to get the internet combo package. But if I wanted the unlimited internet, it would cost me like $200 a month.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm not about to no.
Well, I know what I'm talking to hubby about after podcast today, because he's like, yeah, we're going to switch to Comcast.
Y'all should. But here's the thing. You may have to, depending on where you live. You may not
Right.
have the option of what you have right now.
I know there are at least options,
Yeah,
because I
options,
used
sure.
to live in that city, but I don't
Yeah.
know what they currently are. I don't think it's become a Comcast monopoly in the area.
Okay.
So
Well, there you
but-
go.
we'll find out.
That was
We'll
pretty
find out.
much our only option in order to have enough of a speed to be worth my time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I was starting streaming and also going to school online at the time.
Yeah.
So they had offered us a pretty good deal and we've just kept it.
Well, and that's honestly why I've been, so I've talked to Cordi about this too, about like where I'm probably going to end up LLCing, and getting business internet, because this is bullshit and they don't do that to businesses. So I'm like, I'm a little over this. I need my internet to work, please. Thank you. So,
I pay about $59 a month for unlimited internet when I've got like
what are your speeds?
15 megabyte download. Hold on, I can do a speed test as we speak.
Me too.
You know? Because like
Welcome to the Super
It's-
Technical Podcast. Today with
Yeah.
us we have...
I know, right? I'm questioning it.
I mean, we're smart people in here.
I mean, I would hope so, at least. Well, you three are. I have my
Oh,
moments.
let
I
me-
have my moments.
The beautiful thing is she can say all this like semi-self-deprecating things, and I can be like 35 minutes, and she knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about.
That door's gonna get kicked down.
I can Kool-Aid it so hard.
Rhenvi busts in with a bat that says friendship on it.
I'm gonna beat you with my love!
Cordi sees it coming
my.
in. She's like, "Why is her blood already on it?" Be like, "You are not the first."
Alright, so I've got 113 megabit download and 29.4 megabit upload.
That's ridiculous, and you paid $59 a month.
40, I think 49 was that?
He's like, let me go do the conversion again.
get
$49 just about.
I have
Yes.
23 up, 409 down.
Mine's usually 200 something down and around 20 up. I didn't do the speed
I'm-
test,
pretty
but-
same with Cordi. Yeah.
but I don't know what we pay. My husband takes care of that bill. Like, we have the bills split up, So he takes care of some stuff, I take care of other stuff. So, like,
little does she know, $500 an hour.
well, the last time I paid it, it was $45 a month. But that was like 3 years ago. And I know that Jesse's had to fight them about certain things. So, like, I've just stayed out of it because I'm like, no, I do not condone yelling at the customer service reps that you get on the phone because it is not their fault that shit is stupid.
That's why I like having a contract with a company in Denmark, because if they want to up my bill, I can just say no, because that's not what I signed. You promised me this. And then they go, but we have to. It's like there's no other way. And I'm like, okay. So what are you going to give me in return? I'm like, what are you going to give me more?
So you're just reverse mafiaing them?
I'll pay you more, but what are you going to give me?
Simon finds out exactly who that customer service agent is. They roll over the next morning. There's a horse head in their bed. Like, what?
his internet bill stapled to the top of it.
Yeah, it's like, oh my God, Jesus Christ, what are you doing? That's beautiful. Think again, mother truckers. Think again. That's awesome.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
Yeah. As for, to throw it way the fuck back to hot takes.
Yeah.
I think tomato soup is kind of overrated.
Oh, man.
I briefly had this
Fuck yeah, dude.
conversation on stream the other night when I was tipsy. But a lot of people fucking love tomato soup, and it's very, for the most part, very bland for me. I mean, I don't have like the nostalgia factor that a lot of people have with it. You know, a lot of people grow up, having tomato soup as a kid, but we never did. And people are like, oh, I dip my grilled cheese in my tomato soup all the time. I've tried that. It tastes like shit to me. I mean, granted, I've had some tomato soups where I'm like, okay, that's not bad because they added in like pepper or basil or, something else to give it a little extra oomph. But, just plain Jane tomato soup, I can't get behind it. I'm just like, no.
Like, there's one situation where I can agree with tomato soup is when it's not chunky, it's creamy, and you have a singular piece of, toast.
Mm-hmm.
So
At that point, it's fine, but I'm of the opinion that if you have to be that specific to make a dish taste decent,
Then it's not good.
it's not good.
I was gonna say, I think Simon, you probably would like tomato bisque,
yes,
over tomato soup.
But I don't here's the thing, I don't like tomato.
Oh well, then you know what? You're excluded from this conversation. But I think
I've been cancelled. I'm
I
sorry.
think collectively, we all, when you said I don't like tomato soup, I looked at all of us and we were like, we all don't like tomato
Well,
soup.
what's funny is that my chat that night, they were like, what? And I'm like, sorry guys, I'm a disappointment.
Well, sorry, Cordi's chat. You're wrong.
Yes,
You're wrong.
Very wrong.
Canceled. Anyway,
I only
jail.
got
Straight
tomato
to jail.
soup when I was younger, because we would have it with grilled cheese, and I'm like, yeah, I want the grilled cheese, and they're like, oh, go here's your soup, and I'm like, but grilled cheese, because that's all I'm eating. So now I'm stuck with a whole bowl of tomato soup that I'm pushing around the table while I eat the grilled cheese.
and that's one of the dishes my husband likes to make because he's one of those tomato soup stands, and he fucking loves it. So he'll make grilled cheese and tomato soup for dinner, and I'm like, okay, do I either have this grilled cheese sandwich and 2 spoonfuls of tomato soup, or do I eat all the soup and have 5 bites of my sandwich? Because yay, carbs and sugars, especially if it's Campbell's soup and you make it with milk. The soup with the milk.
Bells.
Hmm?
Campy bells.
No.
Well, I think
no,
the answer
just
is
no.
obvious.
So it's I'm gonna eat
Machine
the
gun.
fucking sandwich
Mm-hmm.
and then have 1 or 2 spoonfuls of the soup, and the rest of it's waste. Good job.
I will say this much because I love to cook, so I have done little appetizer things before where I've had little shooters. I don't know what just happened, but I hope you didn't just
Didn't need to know what happened.
Did you snort some Coca-Cola there, buddy?
I may have forgotten that carbonation was a thing. I just went, what?
He like tight-lipped it.
I was legit panicking my system for like 2.5 seconds.
And he was holding it like a gremlin. He was doing the double-handed, hold it up and fucking...
Hello?
So what were
My
you
nostrils are clean.
I don't know what Rhenvi was saying because I got so distracted and now it's gone.
I was saying I like to cook, and so I've made grilled cheese before, but as like little strips and like as there were shot glasses and there were shooters of soup, and you would kind of dip it and go because there was an appetizer thing for like a kid's party, and so like that was really cute and like that worked out well. But if you gave me a whole ass bowl of tomato soup, I would look at you like there's something wrong with you, because there's no way in hell I was gonna eat that. Now bisque, different situation. Yeah, I absolutely would, because that's much more tasty. But like same thing though. Bisque is more of a thicker, creamier kind of soup anyway. Like lobster bisque is a thicker, creamier kind of soup. There's usually acorn squash soup or squash soup in general is more of a bisque type soup, and so it's got that thicker, more delicious flavor. But regular old Campbell's tomato soup, I think that was like a marketing tactic back in the day, wasn't it? To like have
Probably.
the grilled cheese and the tomato.
Yep.
And I feel like it just stuck with people, right? Just like Oscar Mayer bologna, everyone knew about that as a kid because that shit was advertised fucking everywhere.
The
And I was
song.
like, I hate,
Yes.
I fucking hate bologna. You feed me that, I'm setting your house on fire. Like, that is the worst shit
I
known
like
to
bologna.
man. Oh God, no. Oh.
Here, I like bologna in certain situations. I mean, hot dogs are basically bologna, really, just in tube form. But bologna, I like it thinly sliced and fried up, and then you dip it in ketchup. Fried bologna and ketchup.
That's a decision.
It's that's a nostalgia factor food for me.
Oh, okay, Gizmo. No, I'm good.
I like mine thin sliced, but I don't like fried bologna, which is insane because I'm from the South and that's like a big thing here. But I just like put cheese on it and then roll it up and then eat it straight like that.
And the asshole brother used to eat bologna, cheese, and crackers for lunch every single day for 2 years straight because he refused to eat anything else.
Your brother needed a Lunchable. But moving on.
Yes.
We didn't have enough money for Lunchables though.
Yeah. Oh my God. He was just like, fuck it, I'll make my own. Oh God. Simon, have you had bologna? Do you know what bologna is?
Some sort of sausage, ain't it?
No. Some sort of really interestingly colored meat.
Bologna.
Yes, Bologna.
It's a city in Italy.
I mean, that
Okay,
doesn't surprise me.
Not really.
It is.
It is. It's an actual city name.
But what we're talking about... No. Okay, so never mind. It's a disgustingly processed...
It's like
meat.
Spam.
I
I
think
don't think he has Spam either.
I like
I've
that too.
I've never
I
had
can't.
Spam. I've
I
never had
Spam
Spam.
a lot.
This looks like something that... This looks like a standard cold cut.
It's
Yeah.
not.
It's usually used as a lunch meat, yes.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is what we in Denmark creatively call meat sausage.
That's about right.
Direct translation there.
Yes. I don't think there's a proper translation. Unless the translation is bologna.
Do you have Spam over there too?
No.
Go ahead, look that up, Chief, while you're looking at shit. Enjoy. Mhm. Knock yourself
I had
out.
Spam a lot as a kid on like...
I have a
Crackers?
spam folder.
Yeah, it's the same thing. You just put it on crackers.
Spam.
What do
I
you
love
see?
Rhenvi's face.
She looks like she's gonna puke. She really does.
It's just like the
Chopped
worst.
pork and ham. Is that just like condensed? Like,
It's also just hot dogs in a can.
there's so
I wish
many
you guys
different
could
ones.
see Rhenvi right now.
So gross.
Remi's just gonna order dinner to my house every night and be like, please,
Do you know what-
please don't ever eat it again.
Yeah. Do you know what the worst part of it is? I think the worst part of it is because, like, obviously, like, cooking is, like, a major part of my whole soul. And I married a man who eats SpaghettiOs. And it's along the line of stuff that's shitty like this, and I'm just like,
Look.
no.
Look.
Yeah.
All right, so someone hold Rhenvi back, because
Uh-oh.
I'm about to say some shit.
Oh no. Go for it.
I would buy a can of Spam and try that, because they got that burger on the front. I kind of want to try it.
It's not like a burger.
It looks like a burger!
It's not. It's a... Oh, I can't even give you a comparison because you don't have bologna.
It's congealed meat. Like
then you fry
Jello mixed with meat. Yeah.
Jello. Is gelatin actually an ingredient in Spam?
Oh, I 100% bet you it is. Or something that's made of, like, gelatin.
Interesting. Well, like I said, I've never had it, so... Is that a pupper?
Yeah,
Oh, she has, she's got 4 puppers.
Yes.
Puppers.
Oh, shit.
they know they can jump on the door and open it because the latch is broken.
They were like, time to see mom. Spenya!
But if I was sitting here not doing anything, like not being a part of the podcast, they'd be like, oh, mom's fine.
Yeah.
But you're talking and you're very animated, and that means you want to play, and we're gonna come in and we're gonna play.
Yeah. Pretty much. Yeah, the concern on my face was real. No, I'm pretty sure there's some sort of congealment in it. It has the weirdest, most off-gassy, chemically taste in my mind, and definitely that came from a can taste, and it's just...
But it looks like it would be an interesting eat.
Kind of like me trying liver pate when I go over to Denmark.
You are
Yes.
on your own with that. It's a huge thing in Hawaii, of all places. People over there fucking love Spam. I don't know why.
I think part of that comes from when supply lines weren't as steady as they are today. So they would order a lot of canned foods and canned meats like Spam, and then it would just, basically they'd save up the Spam in case, fresh meat wasn't coming off the boat or whatever.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And so that was like their rainy day supply, so that's how it became like a big thing in Hawaii, so.
Yeah.
Yes. There is a pupper in the room now.
Yes. Yeah. He was like, I heard you, and I raised you a no. Oliver's done that before, where he's like, nobody, and he's like, Uno reverse card. How about we do?
I feel bad, but I heard that they loved it in Hawaii, and my immediate thought was like, Spam, the way Mama used to store it.
Oh my god, could you imagine like cutting up slices of Spam and just like frying it up and putting a grilled pineapple on top of it?
They do that.
Do they?
Or Cordi, they do that. Yeah.
I don't know these things.
Yeah.
Now I want to try it. It sounds
Apparently you can
interesting. Does
also
not
put it on
sound
rice.
good.
I'm going to need you to do a promise for me. If you try it somehow, I'm going to need you to report back on this podcast of your feedback on Spam. I may judge you harshly, but I'm going to need the feedback.
Can someone FedEx me some
Hell
Spam?
no. Next person up to send him
That
something.
sounds
I'm done.
expensive.
It was expensive as
It
shit to send him
is.
one small item. So
You
no.
can get vegan Spam!
I would send you the vegan Spam, though. Hold on.
You want some canned meat with no meat?
Hold on, I'm writing this down. Vegan Spam.
What the fuck?
There's moments like this where it's almost like, the beauty of having Simon's address. That would be some shit, right? He's like, oh my god, I'm getting an actual care package. Vegan. Like, just you being like...
Just vegan everything. You want some vegan bacon? That's when I will disown you.
Yes.
Do not mess with bacon.
Like,
Bacon is life. God, I
Yeah.
haven't had proper bacon in forever.
yeah.
Like, Jesse buys the stuff that you can, like, microwave. like the shelf stable bacon that you can put in the microwave and it doesn't really get crispy. And I'm like, no. No. And he's like, do you want some for your burger? I'm like, no, unless you're frying it up in the fucking pan. No. It's just like, no. I know, Rhenvi. I'll come over.
I'm over here like, she's eating what? I can't. It's like, I feel like
I don't eat it, though. I refuse to eat it because all it is it's just so super fucking chewy and ridiculous. And no, I can't do it. But it's almost a waste to fry up an entire pound of bacon because I can't eat that much bacon. I love bacon, but I literally cannot eat that much. Like, because I can fry up bacon, no problem. That's one of the few things I'm really good at cooking.
I actually don't fry it, I bake it.
Yeah, no, I prefer the frying.
Me too.
I promise you guys, it's no different.
That's not true, though. I've had it baked, and I don't like it.
I'm excluding Imee because I can get Cordi to eat damn near everything, and I know you've got strict things that you're like, fuck no about. So
But
I'm
I
going to
love
fight
bacon.
you on that.
I just want it crunchy.
It can be crunchy when you bake it. Yeah.
It's always like,
I think depending on who you've...
burnt.
No.
But I have an air fryer that I cook all my bacon in now.
Ladies, at the end of the day, we all like meat in our mouths.
Yes,
it's fine.
we do.
I know something I'm taking out of context. Thank you, Simon. You gotta remember who has access to these files.
There you go. Now you're fucked for later. Enjoy that vegan spam coming your way.
I've been screwed since the day I got into this friendship.
I scared the shit out of him the first time I raided him. He was playing Call of Cthulhu, and he almost had a fucking heart attack. It was beautiful.
The jump scares.
And then
that's the one thing that Simon and I do really well, are jump scares.
True.
We handle them better than anyone.
We also piss ourselves just a little bit.
No bit.
Yet you signed up for an entirety of Terror Thursdays.
I know. It was a mistake. I didn't expect people like your husband and Zahn show up. Like, fuck. Like, why? You think things are calm and innocent, and then X gives it to you, and you're just like, oh my god,
X gonna give it to you.
Buy me dinner first.
All right, Simon.
Eh?
The intensity with which you said X gonna give it to you reminded me of Time for Grandma.
It's time for Grandma!
Oh my god. For those of you out there,
love that song.
For those of you out there listening to the podcast, Marc Rebillet, it's called I'm a Flamingo. You enjoy. You can feel free to comment on this one. You're welcome for later. But
there are literally 3 moods to people who watch it. First one is, what the fuck did I just watch? Second is, nope. And third is, fucking yes, give me more. There are 3 of us here that think the third.
Time for Grandma.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
I love how I went from like, the fuck is this? I don't know what's going on, but I love it. Time for Grandma.
Yes.
Imee, do you know what we're talking about?
I have no idea. I
We
just
will
love
share
what
after.
he does with it.
Later on, you will have feel free to feed back into us how you feel about that. It's specifically at Simon, and let him know how you feel about that on Twitter publicly. Cool.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
I can do
just so
that.
we can all see it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Massively public.
I'm a flamingo.
Yes.
No more eyeball child. What?
I'm an eyeball child, bitch.
Oh my god, no. Jesus. Can you get DMCA on a podcast? Who knows? Anyway.
We'll find out.
Right?
Give me your grandmother. Give me her.
Yeah, I want to reiterate, this is exactly where we remind you guys that Streamless is definitely not safe for work, or recommended for ages 18 and up, based solely on the last 60 seconds of our conversation.
Yes.
We just want to let you know that, because we are not responsible for how you find this video and or react to it.
Yes, you can find it on YouTube.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Oh, God. That's wild. So, I feel like you should round this out with something good, maybe.
Round it out with something good.
Yeah.
Tell me something good.
Tell me something good. Okay. What's something really caring or the most caring thing someone's done for you?
For me, it was. So this was back before Kyle had a car or his driver's license, but he was living with us and still needed to get to work. One morning, I had to wake up on my Saturday morning early because he had to be in at like 9 o'clock. And so I drive him to work and I'm like, oh, I'm almost out of gas. I need gas. I'll get some on the way home. So I go, I drop him off. I come back over a really tall bridge and I'm like, am I even going to make it over this bridge? Because I was that low on fuel.
Oh, no.
But I made it. And the other side, I could coast if I needed to into the gas station. Now, mind you, this is like 1.5 miles away from his work. And I pull in and I go in to pay because I always pay with cash. And this was like 5 years ago. So, Google Pay and all of that stuff was not readily available, easy to use at most places. So I go in to pay. My wallet was not in my purse.
Oh.
Yeah. Wallet was not in the purse. And I'm like, okay. So here I am. I'm wearing, it's cold-ish out. So I'm like in a t-shirt, but I have a hoodie over it, but no bra. I'm wearing sweatpants, and I literally wore my slippers because I'm like, I'm just gonna go drop my brother off, whatever. So I'm like, I have no money. I don't have my driver's license even. Like, I'm asking people outside the gas station to see, like, just give me $5. $5 will get me home. And people are just like, nah, you look like a bum. Yeah. I'm not giving you money. You're just going to buy alcohol. And I'm like, my car is right fucking there. Like, yikes. So I posted about it on Facebook. I tried calling my brother. He didn't pick up. I tried calling, Jesse was at work. My parents live 40 minutes away. It's like, I had no way. So I post on Facebook, hey, is anyone in the Novi Walled Lake area? Because I kind of need, if anyone can, get me some, come by and just give me $5 for gas, that'd be cool. And I sit there and I wait like 20 minutes. And finally, one of the older gentlemen that I raced with on Walled Lake with the Wayfarer fleet pipes up and he's like, I'll be there in 10. Which gas station are you at? And he came and I'm like, all I wanted from him was $5. He filled my fucking tank.
Aww.
And I'm like, I will pay you back, Joe. Old man Joe, that was literally what we called him. We called him Old Man Joe because there was another Joe in the fleet. And I'm like, I will pay you back at the next race. He's like, don't worry about it. And I literally tried to pay him back at the next race. And he was like, no, I can't take this. I'm like, take it, please. My sensibilities say that I have to pay you back.
You're like, sir, you're causing a glitch in the matrix. I need you to let me do this. But no, that just you solidified one of my fears with that. And it's not me running out of gas. It's not me asking online. It's how I look, because I can tell you, I only put on a shirt for you bitches. I spend most of my day in a fucking onesie. My dumbasses run errands in a onesie, walk dogs in a onesie. Could you imagine me asking people for $5 in a onesie?
Wild-haired.
Oh, yeah, because I don't give a
crooked glasses.
I don't give a shit about these bitches. I pay my mortgage. You get to see me however you want. I don't care. Stay inside. Stay away from me. Walking my dog. I can't imagine, guys. I've run quick errands all the time. Right next to nothing. Remotely. I honestly tell my husband to jazz up our just generic love life, not the haha love life, by not wearing pajama pants every day, you know, because like I'd like to just see something form-fitting for a minute, like, you know. And I'm sure I realized like I'm in my lazy lingerie of a onesie all day every day. So I'm like, you know, I can only imagine that situation, but it was me. I would be like the ultimate trash panda. Oh, well, good to know. Never running out of gas. Thank you. Maybe I'll try to fit into some normal clothes. Oh my God.
Here's the question. When's the last time you wore jeans?
4 years ago? But I don't wear jeans at all.
Okay.
When I go into the building, though, I wear a dress and leggings, or I wear a dress and flats, depending on the season.
Mm-hmm.
I always wear dresses. So I haven't worn jeans or proper pants in years. So, yeah, it's too restricting. I gotta be able to eat.
Yeah.
But I was thinking of like what would have been if I were to ask myself the same question I asked you, and I was like, I don't know if I ever have. I was like, oh, I do. I have one moment, and I think it's because it was a stranger. That again, it would make the defining moment of that. When it was about 2 weeks before I turned 18. I was driving home from my boyfriend's house at the time, and he lived out here in Birmingham, and I was in Ipsy. So I was driving roughly 40 minutes, thereabout and back. And I was literally, it's always 2 exits from home. I feel like something happens, or super close to home that something happens, like in car accident wise. So I had for reference, I had a little 93 Mazda 626. It was a very small sedan. And I was coming around a corner of the highway where, I guess thankfully or not thankfully, there was a wall or median on both sides.
Okay.
And I was hit by a semi-truck in my back right panel. So I ended up going across the highway, hitting that wall and flipping on my side. Wow. I was terrified. I was a kid at that point. You know, I was just terrified, like what just happened. And you always hear like, people who like see things or have it happen, but you never really realize that there are people who genuinely stop to help you with stuff. And I remember this guy, like, literally, I'm on my side. So I'm like this, you know, in the thing, like, not knowing what's going on, what's happening, how do I get out of here? And I just remember hearing this, like, boom. And this random guy just came in and busted out my window and dragged me up and out of the car. Wow. And like a good, like super, I've never been a thin girl, okay? I wasn't the chunk that I wasn't the third generation evolution that I am right now. Aww. But I wasn't, so, but this guy just like, and he was an average dude. He wasn't like, I'm saying this because he was an average guy. He wasn't anything crazy or some massive bodybuilder or anything. To be able to reach in, this car's on its sides. Remember, that's already tall. So he's almost at his shoulders, busting out this window, grabbing me, getting me out of the seatbelt, yanking me out, and dragging me far away from the car. So if it did like a whole Michael Bay explosion, I wouldn't have been impacted, right? Because you don't know. It's definitely hit the front end straight into this thing. It's smoking. It's got some issues. I mean, it's clearly totaled, but... And I just remember like being against the sidewall, like blinking, like, what? Thank you. Because it just happened so fast. Everything just... That moment of, I think I kind of like disassociated when your car goes like this.
Yep. And
you are in that situation where no matter what you do to try to control it, there's nothing you can do. And so it's almost, it feels like, and you use this reference before, Cordi, really well, and I had to think of time dilation. It felt like I was just perpetually turning on this roller coaster I didn't sign up for. I didn't buy the tickets for. I was just there. So it was really, really kind, and like, and he made sure I was okay. He made sure that the ambulance came. He reported to the cops what happened. He, everything, and actually about 2 weeks later, after I got out of the hospital and everything else, because I had fractured some stuff, I did end up like calling him up and asking for his address and sending him some stuff to say thank you. But it was just purely random act. Like, he was just on his way to work and was like, you know what? I'm going to pull over. But, like, so many people just kept going, right? Yeah. Like, and could have kept going. And I was like, I didn't even know you, dude. Like, you just were like, you got to get him out. Just got to get him out. So that, like, little random hero, I don't remember his name at this point because it's been so long, but probably the greatest, kindest thing that I've had happen from a stranger, for sure. What about you guys? Anything?
I think my one would be the time that I had a customer buy me coffee.
Little random acts of kindness are nice.
Yeah.
For
Like,
sure.
I was filling in at this cellar level store we had, and I had no sleep because it was just a bad night, and I had no coffee because the machine in the store was broken. I had no way to leave the store because I was alone,
Oh no.
and there was no customers. I was so bored. I was falling asleep at the counter, standing up. And this woman comes in and she's like, yeah, I want to have this little sample I made. I want to have like real paint of that. And I'm like, I can do that. Yeah. I'm starting to put like together shit. I'm about to mix it. I'm like, so what do you need painted? Like, I'm about to make like wall paint. She was gonna paint outer walls of a house.
Yeah, that's a different mix.
And she's just like, you're really tired, aren't you? Like, yeah. You don't have a coffee? No. Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Thank you. It's only 1 hour till I'm off, I think. Yeah, 1 hour. So she left, and like 5 minutes later, she came back with like a big ass cup of Starbucks coffee.
And
she was like, I didn't know if you wanted milk in it. Like, I didn't know if you wanted milk or something in it, so I just got it black, and I was like,
Don't
I
care.
love you.
Oh, that's cute.
Like, she was 50-something. I would have married her right there. I was so happy.
That's amazing.
And she's probably the reason I didn't fall asleep on my way back on my moped.
Oh yeah, that was. Yeah, you used to have one of those.
Don't fall asleep on mopeds, please. You know what? Don't even fall asleep while walking. That's just dangerous too.
Yeah.
Just crumple onto a sewer grate and start oozing through.
Just go. Is he Alex Mack all of a sudden? Just sir, you okay?
No.
Oh my god. Anything for you, Amy? Caring.
So,
Doesn't have to be the most, but yeah.
well, I'm always that person for everybody. Like, I've stopped and picked kids up after, like, walking home from school and buying dinner for, like, military veterans when we go out to eat and things like that. So, honestly, this is gonna sound so catered, but Rhenvi bought me dinner last night after I got informed I did not get the second promotion I've applied for.
Oh no.
And she called my husband, and she got, like, what I like to eat, the way I want it, like, made sure that everything was exactly like I would have ordered it. And she ordered it, like, 4 hours before I got off work so that it would arrive roughly about the same time I got home.
Aw.
And so I came home from that, like, hard day and, like, talking to my husband about it and, like, being emotional. And then there's my dinner that, Rhenvi had sent for me. Just because of what was going on. And it was some of the most heartfelt, like, dining experience, because it wasn't him picking it up because, I gotta make sure my wife eats. It was just, just being a good friend.
Yeah. 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 Aw.
And I'll do it again, too. Oh, sweet. On that note, I would like to seriously, honestly, thank you for coming on. Thank you for guesting today with us. And if, like we do usually, if we had to reach you, I'm going to start with Simon on this. If we had to reach you outside of the podcast, where could we find you, Simon?
I'm on Twitter as Warriors Lazy, and everything else basically is Lazy Warriors.
Hey,
that includes Twitter, Twitch, not Twitter, because that's Warriors Lazy. See, you made me fuck it up. How dare you?
Oh.
Right.
I'm not taking responsibility.
Right. Let's just try it with you now. Amy, where could we find you?
You can find me on basically anything at Amy_Akari.
Perfect. See, Simon, that's how it's done.
No.
That's the purpose of branding early.
My early branding went to shit because it was already taken in half the spots after I already started doing things.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's okay.
Don't worry, wait till we get to me. Cordi, where can we find you on social media?
You can find me Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, Cordelia Chase, Cordilia Chase.
And you can find me on Twitter, and which will link to all the rest of my stuff at Renegade G, and it's RHENE, with a capital G on the end. And yeah, it's got my links for my Twitch and all the other happy stuff on there. So, want to remind you guys that we do have a individual Twitter account just for Streamless, and that's StreamlessP, capital P, as well as an email, which is streamlesspod@gmail.com, and we would love to hear from you. So, until next time, many thanks to Amy for our guest speaker today. And
letting me be here. This was so much fun.
Yeah.
All those tweets at the Streamless Podcast were not for nothing.
As a noted record, yes. I mean, every time Amy was like, hey.
So about
You
guests.
got another thing. Love it. Until next time, take care, everybody. Bye. No. Cordi can do this for 3 hours. We're not doing that today. Goodbye.
Bye.